Hello, chat. Welcome in, Twitch. How y'all doing? Gotta wake you up more than once here today, camera. So what's new? What's happening? Happy Wednesday to y'all. Hey, Castro. Welcome in. Joey Miller. I'm sort of up in the air about Friday's dinner. I mean, it's going to be Cinco de Mayo, too. But it's coronation weekend, too. So I got the Polish back out for our pizza dough tonight. Or I think I wrote calzone. Pizza calzone. We're gonna do something along that line. Before words. But before we really get going into that, I'm gonna get that started as a dough. But after we get the dough going, I'm going to be making a lemon ricotta cake. So I think I need to go with the quiche. And I sort of feel like Cinco de Mayo it's a beer drinking holiday. And I'm not a beer drinker. I mean, beer's okay. It's just not really my thing. Oh, there was more than I thought in there. I thought that was just gonna be a couple of drops left, and that was... Why, hello there, cream. Welcome in, chat. Happy Wednesday to you. Cheers. Okay. So, starting with our dough first, we're going to need to get rid of the rest of the good stuff together here. Should have left the scale over here. I should point out that this is AP flour pizza tonight, or AP flour calzone, whatever it turns into. Hey Ozzy, welcome in. Nope, I think I need to go full bore here. Love it. It's not gonna hurt. They add some fresh life into this whole project. A little sour, a little funky after 24 hours. as it should be. Come on, soak in there. Hello, buns. Hola. ¿Cómo está? Yeah, más o menos. I should stop. I really don't speak Spanish. That's like the extent of my Spanish knowledge when... Excuse me. I'm sort of torn, Buns. I'm thinking calzone the more I think about it, because I think ricotta would work better in a calzone. It's not going to... It's going to look essentially the same as it is when it is normally, so it's going to have that sort of curds and whey action even on top of a pizza. And so I'm sort of thinking, like, my original plans were pizza, but I sort of think calzones may be a better idea. Thank you for the follow. So I'm just kneading this for a little bit here before we let this rest and proof. All right, we're gonna let that sit, do its thing. I am worried that it is too dry. But it'll come together eventually here. We'll make it work. Hope if I planned this part of this ahead of time. My sticks of butter are refrigerator cold instead of room temp. Do I actually... Let's get some of the other stuff together for this together first. Okay. Yeah, we can mix that together in a separate bowl before we... What's up? Ricotta. Hey. Ingredient of the evening. Ooh. So, what, now you gotta burn the clothes? Vanilla. And I'm gonna throw a curveball into this plan by adding a bit of ground ginger in there too. Just a hint. Salt. It'd be raining out there. It's been threatening the rain, like, essentially ever since I got back home from shopping earlier. Startled me. Something shifted around in my Bain Marie over here. Well, I call it a Bain Marie, but it's not. Is it still a Bain Marie if it's perforated? And without the, like, flare at the top to it? Do we have any experts in kitchen equipment out there? More so than I. I think I have a much better idea than average. I've spent years looking at this stuff. Trying to think what else I can throw in there before we go forward. Lemon. Perhaps some lemon. Give the outside of this bad boy a rinse. Make sure we don't got any excess Parmesan going on here. And I'm going to zest the lemon into this. I used to always like, ooh, zest. Nice garnish. I hate zest most of the time. But we're baking it into a cake here, so. And I'm going to give this I give these a couple of seconds in the microwave to soften up a bit. I have my watch on, so I don't know what temperature it is here, but it's probably not very warm considering that it's raining out. That was a bad one. That was just... like, dad joke, you can do better than that. I think we need... I think both of those were better. The egg one, questionably. I have so much stuff in here, but I just haven't thrown in there. Oh, we're going to be doing a few of these, huh? Okay. Well, you're paying for probably at least 30 minutes of some person's time for them to... Sadly, the app is taking majority percentage out of this, which is the least work. I should just leave that as I think those companies are hugely exploitive of their employees for being. I can't even hardly say that. I mean, we got stories of 10-year-olds working at restaurants. I mean, the restaurant ones are sort of like the more recent ones. You know, you've had a couple of franchisees revealed to be hiring extremely underage kids. One of them was a Dunkin' Donuts franchisee in New York or Jersey, one of the two. And forgetting the other one, but there was one with like actual 10-year-olds that was newer. But there's also recent articles of meat processing plants. The companies that are cleaning them overnights are hiring illegal children to come in and work with, you know, like pipelines of caustic soaps that are way more powerful than the stuff we would use in a home. Like, that's something that's, you know, the jungle stuff, some Upton Sinclair type stuff. Like, our meat industry shouldn't be like that still today. So there's the base to our cake minus the flour. And before I add the flour in there, I'm going to get my springform pan, my large springform pan, out here so that I can grease her up. Oh, it's not. Our government's right there along with them. There's like a half dozen states that have recently been passing laws for minors to be working. And not that I don't think that minors should be able to work. It's one of them. It was a case where they can hire minors on to work as waitresses at bars. I think it goes, I agree, Castro, but I think it goes even further. I mean, if you got a situation where, I mean, I know internationally, this is something that would be much more accepted. But the idea that in the U.S., with a 21-year-old drinking age, we have 16-year-olds as waitresses. this is all buttered up, now we need to add our flour in here. I am going to reuse... Actually, this has got all the moisture from the lemon on it. That's a bad plan for the flour. Well, that's the half cup. I would hope that this world at this point would be at the point where, you know, we could sort of treat it like Formula One did, where, you know, hey, human life more precious than cost of any one of these cars when it comes to actual working situations. I mean, there's still to a degree risk in life and limb to be racing, but it's not anything compared to what it used to be. Gotta let it rest for a sec. Gotta let that flour cloud dissipate a little bit. Come to rest. Oven started at 350. Maybe should have got that going a little bit earlier, but I like that the company that made the sticker for this made the color of the sticker close enough to the apple color. It doesn't really seem it there on camera, but in real life, that color to my eye, it sort of tricks my eye into like disappearing and making it look like it's an almost transparent sticker. Yeah, the original plan was to use that apple in this recipe here, but it's not the recipe I went with in the end. Oh, hey. I forgot something. We need some leaveners in there. It says baking soda, but I'm putting baking powder in there too. Meh. How they act and react. They're actually pretty similar, but one is double acting, typically. Okay, and that's gonna bake for a while. That's gonna have to bake for almost an hour, typical cake. That's okay, it'll be good for preheating our pizza stone. I need coffee. It's trying to sprout. It's trying to grow. springtime. Yeah. It sounds like the networks are planning for something longer term, at least NBC, because I saw a news article about the Tonight Show employees and the Late Night Show employees, and they were essentially laying off the staff that weren't part of the union. I mean, late night TV is sort of like on its last legs as it is. So I have a feeling that this one might be around for a minute. Do the rest into the south. Caramelizing them, that's the way to go, Zeke. They cook down to next to nothing. They tasty though. Heat up already, oven. Saving this part of the onion for pizza garnish or calzone garnish. Throw some onion in there or on there. Come on, get out of there. Yep. The green, the chlorophyll of it can be bitter. I haven't found it to be an always thing, but enough that it's worthwhile. And this time of year, you're mostly getting the last of the garlic from last year that has aged until now, and it's all trying to sprout. Yeah, if they're not green, if they're not trying to grow, I don't worry about it. Typically, you can't even hardly see them otherwise. And it's, at least to my limited scientific knowledge, the chlorophyll of the green, or causing both the green and the bitter flavor when it's cooked. That's why you don't typically put a lot of greens and cook them a long time unless you're like really cooking them a long time. Any tips to garlic smell off of your fingers? Wear gloves? Garlic is, yeah. Yeah, they say that about metals. It's not necessarily that, there's nothing special about that metal bar other than it's a metal bar. Oh, yawn. Yeah. Hi, Chad. But there's actual chemicals in garlic that are small enough to pass through our skin and into our system. And so that's why, you hear these stories of rub garlic on people's feet or... Yeah. Apparently you should be able to rub garlic on your feet and be able to taste it like 30 to 40 minutes later. What else do I need here? Oh yeah, tomatoes. Tomatoes. Yeah, I'll get right on that, Buns. I'll stream it too. Hey, Cosmic. Okay, we got that, and that. We need our tomatoes going here. We've got these left over from the other night. I don't think these are gonna cut it though. I think I'm gonna have to break open another can here. Ziti. Hi, Noimo. I think I'll blend butter in here anyways. So adding these in there along with another can. I'm almost tempted to blend that up and see if... Oh. I'm torn if I should bother opening the second can here. If I can get away with... Yeah, I think I'm going to skip the second can here. I think I'm going to, if I need to, maybe stretch this out a little bit. So I'll switch over to cooking then. Oh, our oven's attempt throwing our cake in. Set that to 50 minutes. Not quite blending yet. I made the decision here that, since I'm gonna switch the other can, we're gonna extract, so I'm gonna switch to cooking our onion and garlic and just blend that all together after we get the onion and garlic blended or cooked. Hopefully everyone's having a good Wednesday. What you drinking, Casper? Oh, that's all the way back. You were talking about the tomatoes back then. Sorry. Oh, I was going to buy olives for today. Oh well. Is that on my list for today? I write my shopping list on Post-it notes. Yeah, unfortunately there is a bit of a delay here with Twitch. I missed the old instant up-to-date of other service. We hot yet back here? Oh yeah, we can probably turn this fan on over here too. That'd be a good plan now that I've got the oven and the burner running. You're good, Casper. Chad, I'm putting too many onions in the tomato sauce. tomato paste. Dried oregano. Freeze-dried basil. We'll add the whole tomatoes in with this. I don't know if I want to blend this at all. And the last of the texture of the tomatoes might be good on the pizza or calzone. Whatever it is. I think I might just go with that, just like that. Cut the heat on that. Yeah, this dough ain't right. This dough ain't right. It's not what I want. It's too dry for what I want. We'll let that do its thing for a bit. Same with these. I was only planning, yeah, this, I'm not happy with this dough, chat. I'm just gonna straight up plan this last one for something else here, because I wasn't planning 4 of these anyways. That one's a favorite of Dad jokes. It's a good one, but it's a regular. So I got some olive oil with some dried oregano, a little garlic powder, give our 4th dough a brush here. Allow this to hang out and do its thing. It just occurred to me a lot of my stream is letting things do their thing. AeroPress. I initially never wanted to get an AeroPress because I didn't like the proprietary filters. Nowadays they have like presses that you can even cut your own filters and use whatever type of filter you want. And I totally missed that trend. Yeah, they've certainly picked, gotten a cult following, and now they're even getting into ones that are trying to do replica ones that are higher end, and I don't know how long I want to give the bread or the dough to rest. We got 30 minutes until our cake is maybe coming out of the oven. Yeah, I mean, it's espresso replica. It's not espresso. There's people that no, but at the same time, it's funny that I'll draw that distinction, but at the same time, I'm absolutely not Mr. Espresso. Yeah, it allows a soak on the coffee, and yeah. I wonder what I did with that. I might have gotten rid of it. I seem to remember doing some shady stuff with it after a while. But I had one of those nice cold brew, set it in the fridge and allow it to sit there on the filter, and then you can put it over and then let it drain the next day or later. We have any nitro cold brew fans? We have any? I think Starbucks has picked that up, haven't they? Put that pretty much national now. That doesn't shock me that Starbucks rolled it out. It was something they could easily add into their system that they can, yeah, we got this, and you don't, to all the little guys. Yeah, Zeeks, or, yeah. I haven't tried any of have anyone tried any of the canned ones? I mean, they can do pretty good CO2 cans these days. I mean, thank you, Guinness. Maybe one of the few times that I say thank you, Guinness. Do I? let's go ahead and make one. Let's go ahead and make one. Yeah, I've heard of them. They've done a few things in coffee here and there. Buy a keg system. You have any homebrew shops near you? I'm sure they've got the stuff for it. They probably even have the stuff for the smaller cylinders. Don't they even sell those kits for like mini kegs now? Like, I could swear I've seen, like, like promotional stuff in like beer kits that are made to look like a little mini keg, and that's not what I'm talking about. But I actually think they made like a smaller, I don't know, I don't follow brewing stuff that much, but yeah, but you can buy it if you're going to be doing it regularly, you can buy larger cylinders, no problem. You just have to go to the gas people. Probably the same company around you that does CO2 for restaurants and stuff like that. Yeah. What else was I going to add into this? I was going to add some vanilla and some butter. I need to warm up the butter for this, though. It's what I do for coffee just about every day. In every stream. Except I use just good half and half. Am I into solar? How so? I don't own my home, so it's not like I've been researching solar for my own setups. I don't have a solar setup. My landlord doesn't have a solar setup, rather. I've toyed with it in the past. I actually toyed with the idea when I was back wanting to build a food truck. I wanted to do an all-solar setup for a food truck, figuring that most of the time, you can not only cover the top of the thing with solar panels, but half of the time you're lifting like half of the thing up, and that could be covered with panels as well. When I was living in LA, there actually was one doing something similar, but the reality was it was mostly a marketing gimmick. I think you could do a much better job of it today than you could when I was living in LA over a decade ago. They were basically running off of batteries, but not like today's batteries either. Like today you could get yourself some used Tesla batteries or other lithiums. It's just a matter of if you want to drive around with how many bombs you want to drive around with at once. Considering you're probably still going to have propane. No, that's not what I thought that was. I didn't know that I owned that. Yeah, but that falls into the whole, I mean, it's getting easier to do mobile streaming, but the amount of money and time and equipment, because, I mean, I had a pretty elaborate setup with my trailer for internet, and that was just so that I had internet so that I could do labels and stuff like that. Yep, I'm giving up a lawsuit here, chat. plastic in my food. But going back to food trucks don't make sense. There's maybe a handful of states where they basically have no coverage and no laws, where people can get away with them and they're maybe worth their time. But any state that's got half decent health laws it just makes it too complicated. There's too many hoops to jump through to do it properly and to do it legally. And I think properly. I don't disagree with the laws. I guess disagree with the fact that so many people just ignore them. I've had it for a while. I need to get rid of it. I've worn it down to the metal and I've stripped the plastic or silicone away from the top of it just so it doesn't accumulate nasty stuff. It wasn't welcome in Wizzy. Magical properties and 100 enchantments. So you're saying that whisk is plus mana? That wasn't enough sugar. We need more sugar. More sugar. Trying to remember who that is. Is he the guy that took over? Or who the guy that's the head of the office? You know, it might be. Oh, okay. Funny how Hollywood stereotypes so many things. Like, that dog, that breed of dog is so stereotyped, like, across movies over time. Like, always this deep voice, you know. Oh, okay, so what's his name from Law and Order and many other things where he pretends to be Shakespeare, or pretends to be not Shakespeare, but why can't I remember any names when I want to remember them? Not Shakespeare, but the dude would work with Watson. The famous detective. Sherlock, yeah. He always wanted to play like Sherlock. He's done that in a couple of different series where he's like the dude that knows it all. Well, Data actually had a reason to know everything. Sort of a feeling that a cyborg should have a better idea of everything going on than, probably a mid-level New York detective. No offense to detectives. There's some brilliant detectives out there. I'm just thinking that's maybe not the breeding ground for the best. I want to get into dealing with these, but add a bit of moisture from my hands on top of them. What's that, Wizzy? As it stands now, we're waiting on this cake to finish up. We're waiting on cake. Some escargot. You need some escargot in your life. From my experience with you, you're not missing much. They mostly taste like butter and dirt. I mean, think about it. They're snails. They spend their entire life eating plants and dirt. They spend their entire time in that, but, well, no, they don't. Actually, they don't. The ones that you see in the typical farms, they aren't growing in nature. So, like, pigs in nature don't do that. They may create a mud pit for some of their time, especially summertime when they want to cool down. But my understanding is they very much do not just live in mud. I'm remembering what was it? Was it a Dirty Jobs episode? There was an episode I was watching where I've seen it several times. So like it's either something I saw on TV repeated several times when I was watching TV. But the pig farmer in Vegas, that you see them just hooking up the slop from leftover from all the Vegas buffets. That'll really get you to stop eating pigs, but at the same time it still isn't. Trying to decide if I think this is maybe thick enough for our icing. Maybe we'll take a couple minute AFK here while we're waiting on that oven to finish up. We got about 6 more minutes on that. And so I'll be back in a few.
What? Keeping the coffee in the icebox? Yes, Mr. Jones, it's a new kind of coffee, roasted by a new secret process. Hence, this new none such coffee has a different flavor. A flavor preserved by vacuum packing. The flavor retained by refrigeration after the jar has been opened. Just taste it. You can't miss that delicate aroma, that clean, mellow taste. Yes, in cooking, the way to a man's heart is most of all through the coffee pot. In every jar, you'll find 3 special pointers, valuable in all methods of making coffee. Try new none such coffee now. Use half the jar. If not 100% satisfied, get all your money back from your grocer without argument. Special for Movie Week, only 28 cents a pound, plus 3 cents refundable deposit on the jar.
It's the newest, most exciting sound in town. It's a General Electric blender that's going around. Completely new from base to lid. Take it apart, see what they did. The non-skid base is the lowest you'll ever see.
The decanter has a 36-ounce blending capacity.
The non-spill lid is really smart. For blending convenience it comes apart. Add additional ingredients if you will. Look, no splash, see no spill. Put them all together and you know it's true. The General Electric blender is best for you. If you want to know another reason why,
It's only 10 1/2 inches high.
stores easily on the counter or on a shelf. There's 1,000 things you can make yourself.
Make party spreads.
Great cabbage heads. Blend the meatloaf for a family of 8. Make ice-cold drinks you'll appreciate. Now's the time for you to buy the General Electric blender.
Did he say only 10 1/2 inches high?
Everybody needs energy-packed Sunbeam bread. Yes, it's all aboard for fun in the park, but Junior hasn't got energy enough for fun. He'd sure like to ride that horse. Hey, what's this? An energy-packed Sunbeam sandwich. You bet every delicious slice of Sunbeam bread sure does pack a big energy wallop. There's nothing like Sunbeam Energy to help you stay on the beam. Now look at them go. On Sunbeam Energy, they sure do enjoy life. Everybody needs the kind of real zip and zing pep that delicious Sunbeam bread gives you. Yes, stay on the beam with energy-packed Sunbeam bread. All day long, eat Sunbeam bread and renew energy as you burn it up. Eat delicious Sunbeam bread.
Off into space. Man, that takes real teamwork. And here's a team of junior spacemen with an out-of-this-world breakfast that teams up V8 juice and Cheerios for flavor and energy. What a treat! A flavorful glassful of refreshing V8 juice and Cheerios with power protein, plus vitamin B1 for Go Power. And now, here's a special out-of-this-world free offer. This Moon Rocket Kit, both a toy and an exciting game. First, blast off. It separates in midair and lands 2 spacemen on a moon map. You get this wonderful game only through this free offer. Send your name and address and 1 V8 label plus 1 box top from these specially marked packages of Cheerios, Kix, or Frostios to Moon Rocket Kit, Mount Vernon 10, New York. Get Campbell's V8 cocktail vegetable juice with any one of these Big G cereals.
Next week, George and Gracie will be brought to you by Carnation.
Hiya, happy boy. Wish you'd been with me today. We saw a great dog show, some beautiful dogs. There was the handsomest poodle, a real beauty, an international champion. His owner gave me some good advice.
There are many dog foods on the market, but the Carnation Company makes the best. It's called Friskies, and it's quality all the way through.
You should have seen the champion collie. He won everything in sight. The handler told me.
A very important part of this champion's diet is meat. That's why we feed him Friskies. The principal ingredient is lean red horse meat, the best you can buy.
So happy, you're getting real quality, and you're going to get your Friskies right now.
Friskies is prepared to the high standards of Carnation Company and guarantees prime-grade nourishment.
Okay, I be back. We got about 23 seconds left on our timer here. Just about that time. You know, not precisely 16, 15 seconds. But in the ballpark. Interesting. Very interesting here. This is not what I anticipated. Look at that streaking. Look how streaking. Munkatos cake. Oh yeah, that's right. My chat doesn't know emotes. We'll let that sit for a moment. Actually, I take that back. We'll use the towel and get that out of there. I was talking about my streaky cake buns. It's a little darker than I wanted it to get. At the same time, I don't think it's too dark. It's about the darkest right there, right at the surface too. Blueberry Cheerios. I didn't know that thing that existed. I'm actually planning on going to Walmart tomorrow. I don't often go to Walmart. Like, this is the first time in probably a year I've been to a Walmart. At least 6 months. And so I'm gonna have to look and see if they have ranch ice cream still. I have a feeling that's probably over and done with by now. How could I? They have the cheapest price on tires, and it doesn't take a genius to change a tire. It just takes the right equipment. That's what she said. Hey-oh. Oh, the same, like, I have full radio, like, they're not outrageously unavailable, but I have much higher weight limit tires than typical for my truck. And so they're not the most common. I just came up against I didn't realize this, but apparently they don't repair tires after they get a certain age these days. So if your tires are over like 6 years, they aren't going to repair them anymore. And one of them needs a repair. And it's sort of frustrating because all of them have good treads still. But yeah, they changed the ratings, and I forget the number on the new ones. But the ones that I have now are load type E's, so they're full radials. They're heavier duty tires. They're not what you're gonna find on your typical pickup truck. At the same time, they're not like these outrageous off-road tires or anything like that. They're road tires, but they're most certainly to a degree. I think that's a lot lower on the list of things that I think need to be fixed, but it's certainly something that needs to be addressed. Whether we're talking tractors or cell phones. So I guess we can start heating our oven up to the proper temp for our pizzas now. until it's cold to the touch, buns, you don't want it to be warm enough to, like, you don't even really want it over 90 degrees. Like, you want it, like, you want like room temp, because if it's any warmer, it's going to melt whatever fat is in here and turn this softer. The butter in this will turn to liquid. No, you're going to be waiting for a while if you're looking for amazing frosting skills. I used to be much better. I used to have some pretty good piping skills back when I was in college. I mean, we had to go through some basic stuff in baking class and baking and pastry, where, I mean, we had cake rounds that we would wrap in plastic wrap. We would have cake rounds with homework patterns on them that we would wrap in plastic wrap, and the plastic wrap makes it so basically if you mess up you have to start over because it's going to smear and stick to the plastic. And so it was good for homework. And so you could just take a little piping bag of I'm forgetting the term of it, but chocolate with some cream in it, and do piping practice at home, and do practice and actually do skill tests and stuff from home. I mean, that way they sort of took the time out of it. I mean, you had to do it overnight, but if you were horrible at it, you could take your time. And I remember we had to write some of the basics. Like, I went through the culinary side, and so we really only had like one class that was focused on baking and pastry. There was baking and pastry stuff sprinkled throughout, but in general, it was all in that one class. And so they just sort of covered the basics, how to make roses, how to do the basic leaves and stuff like that, how to you do piping with the chocolate, like I was saying there, so that's the most likely thing you're going to have to do in a restaurant is, write someone's name or write happy birthday on there for them. I think we had to learn how to write happy birthday. I forget what it was. It was happy birthday or congratulations or something. Yeah, that's sometime this month. I'm celebrating on the 15th. At least I think it's the 15th. 16th. Still sticking. Yeah, it's still sticking. That was a better dad joke. That's a better dad joke. Take these crispy edges off here. I'm sure they taste lovely, but they're not going to work well with the frosting. Yeah. Trying to decide how realistic that looks on screen. Like, it's... color is almost there. It's almost there. It's more shiny on screen. I think that's more the angle. Okay, I think I'm gonna break into trying to make some pizza here now. And I am going to start with this lovely piece here that I'm just going to treat like garlic bread, actually. Realizing I need some flour on there. Or actually, no, let's go with flour. I was debating putting cornmeal down, but so I already brushed that heavily with oil with garlic and herbs in there. So that's just going to go into the pan, into the oven, just like that for a couple minutes. It'll be our first thing in and out. Yeah, not in love with this dough. Yeah, not in love with this dough. It's gotten too dry. I needed to knead it a bit more, I think. It is tearing. Yeah, we're gonna be rolling this out, which is gonna... This is not how to make pizza, folks. This is not my finest pizza dough. I've done better on stream before. I'm just warning chat now. Well, ricotta, obviously. But this lying package of mozzarella as well, we're going to add some mozzarella in there along with the ricotta. So it's not going to be just ricotta. Oh, get it. I don't have any drop frames here, so that'd be the internet or Twitch. Our ricotta, which I've made ricotta on stream before, chat. You can make ricotta at home. It's one of the easier cheeses to make, actually. Actually, let's do that sort of curves with the whole thing there, where we just get that mound of. Mozzarella in there too. Nah, I sort of feel like I did the sister lasagna the other week. So a little raw red onion. I was debating some olives, but no olives. I am going to add some pepperoni in there because I just sort of feel like, I know Italians would be like, why are you putting pepperoni on pizza? You know, just tomatoes and mozzarella is all you need, some fresh basil. But I grew up with pepperoni pizza myself, so we're going to cram this with some pepperonis. Water up the edge here. Couldn't hardly hear that in my earbud. Thought it was raining outside again. I've decided that these cheaper earbuds, even though they're doing the job and they do an okay job at that, they get quieter as the stream goes on, or as they, like, their battery lasts, but not really. Let's see how our bread's doing. That's not puffing like I would hope it would. Yeah. I'm a little worried about tonight's pizzas, chat. Do a little Italian seasoning. And some garlic powder. Using local ricotta too. Meant to do that. Totally on purpose. So that's all ready to go when the other one comes out. And I think I'm probably ready to take the other one out. Let's see how this looks. Is looking at this, and yeah, it was. See what we got going on down here. It just all crisped up. It hardened on me. Yeah, got too crispy. Too crispy. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to see how this other one comes out before I finish another one here. I'm not liking the way this dough is acting. I'm not liking the way that bread came out. Oops. Wait and see if we've got, something worth salvaging here. Or if I should just munch on pepperoni instead. The desire to just munch on pepperoni is pretty strong right now. So how we looking, chat? We all still cute? It's just way too tight. Yeah. I think the hydration is too low. I think I dried it out a bit too much. Like, yeah, it's not. It's almost to the point where I can knuckle spread it. Almost to that point. This is not how you make a pizza round. It's not the way this is supposed to be. These two, by the way, very close cousins. Like, you could essentially start with this and stretch and pull it, and sometimes end up with that. Sometimes. It's the snack pack. Don't eat that, kids. I don't have an air fryer, but I imagine air fried pepperoni would be pretty tasty. I almost said air fried bacon, because everyone seems to love air fryer bacon for some reason. I think oven's better. By the way, Buns, I saw you were posting stuff in the new Minecraft chat room. I didn't see what it was. It was right before stream. I've been pondering what my next project in Minecraft is. I've made the realization that I spent all this time doing that bamboo farm, and it's probably going to have horrible yields as compared to other things that I could have done much better. I'm going to give that another minute or so. Minute or two. I have grandiose plans for another base now that, like, I've sort of given up on the current base that I've been working on as being, like, my main base. Like, this is going to be, like, my base up until I get all of the basics in the game, and then I'm going to work on my main base, sort of a thing. I think it's the plan from here. I think I'm going to leave it at 2 here tonight, chat. I have a feeling that this is not my best work tonight. As far as the pizza is concerned, this cake on the other hand, is looking mighty sexy. Yes, chat, I said my cake is looking mighty tasty. Chat isn't throwing me shade. Chat should be throwing me shade right now. I'm going to heat up the rest of this tomato sauce. Do my best to make sure it's a sauce with some onion in there. Make sure all that tomato is nice and smashed. I'm going to put this on the side with on the side. Now here's the point where I wish I had one of those hamburger flat spatulas that would go underneath the whole thing here. Don't have one of those big nice flat spatulas. So I'm going to have to be hopeful that I can break through this. Show chat the deliciousness. And use my knife to get it over the plate. And so yeah, that's a bit thicker, a bit more bread-like of a crust than I would like for my typical calzone. I need to do pizza better. I don't know, chat. Do you think I have better buns or better cake? Well, unfortunately, this isn't going to be pretty icing affair. This is going to be sort of a throw and go, because I'm just throwing it on the top. So there we go, chap. And the side view. Make a wish? I don't need to make a wish. Okay, I'll make a wish. I wish we were back to the 1990s economy. Oh, wait, I told everyone. Darn it. All right, let's take some photos. Before I gotta get that last pie out of the oven. That's probably here any second. Turn the oven off, turn the timer off. Grabbing our second calzone out. I'm dropping the earbud out of my ear. So here's our second calzone with our messy dough. Not happy with this dough at all tonight, chap. Still one more surprise to tonight. Still one more surprise. We need something to go along with our cake, right? And so since I had lemon around, I had a bunch of extra yogurt around, I decided to make some vanilla lemon frozen yogurt, a little bit of water added. I'm gonna give this a spin in the machine. So as you can see right now, chat, nice solid block of ice. Take our blade and install it in the lid. Lock it in place. I'm gonna mute the chat because this gets loud. It's gonna take about a minute for it to blend through. And I don't know why my button's backwards. Oops. But now it's working. It's changing the... It's changing the... It's muting everything opposite of what it's doing with the overlay. And so now we've got some delicious looking frozen yogurt. Ooh, that's tart. I like it. That is tart. You get both the yogurt tang and the lemon in there. It's tasty. I'm gonna throw that in the fridge and enjoy that a little bit later after I finish my calzone. Hope I don't forget it like the last time I did one of those on stream. Let it sit in the fridge for almost 2 hours. It was still okay, but it was melted more than I wanted. So okay, folks. I think that is where I will be leaving things for tonight. I'll take a photo of the cake once I've cut into it so I can show everyone what slice of that looks like. I'm gonna be back here on Friday Going to be doing the coronation omelet, the recipe of this dynasty. We'll see how it turns out. It is, other than the eggs, a veggie. Like, it's not a whole bunch of cheese. There's a little bit of cheddar in there if I want to add some. But it's primarily actually a bean and spinach omelet. So I'm going to give that a shot here on Friday. Keeping things a little bit light this next week. Then we're going to have some heavy hitters the next week. Going to be doing coronation stuff since that's this weekend. Going to be doing the quiche dish on Friday. I'm going to have a lamb dish on Sunday. I'm not going to do, like, it's pretty certain that their lunch is going to be a lamb dish. Like, everyone, it's sort of like one of those worst kept secret type things. I'm going to do lamb, but I'm not going to do the whole Asian flair. I'm not going to do the same dish. And then on Tuesday, I thought it might be an interesting play on things to do coronation chicken tacos. So that's coming up on Tuesday. I'll have a new vote up in the Discord here soon for the ingredient challenge. I'd love you guys to join in for that. And I hope everyone has a lovely evening. Let me see who's out there, if we can give a raid to anyone, or if we're just going to call it a night. Yeah, I'm going to call it right there, folks. Thank you all for joining me tonight. You're all amazing. And hope to see you back here Friday. Good night.